Yo guys, what up? Jamak here, and the third video for the day. Alright? Dito sa Baguio City in Burnham Park. My favorite city sa Pilipinas. Damn. Kung magkakaroon lang ako ng choice, baka dito na lang ako titira. Lilipat natin si Mining Rig Parts and Supply. Dito na tayo sa Beneco. Because we get more affordable rates here. I think, ito yun, hindi na yata ito. La Union yata pinakamura yung power cost right now. Okay? Kung gusto mo mag-start mag-crypto mining, I think La Union is the best place to do it right now. Ang risk lang doon is kung malapit ka sa dagat, which most of the parts naman ng La Union malapit eh. So, hindi ko alam. Pero yun, thinking about putting up a facility in La Union kapag inabot ng budget. But anyways, hindi yan ang topic ng video na to. So, ang topic ng video na to is gaano kabilis ang ideal ROI when doing a crypto mining rig. So, before we start, ito kasing kwento eh. So, I chat with a lot of people. Kasi alam nyo naman yan guys, di ba? If you're interested with crypto mining, GPU mining rigs, andyan naman yung mga links ko eh. Nasa videos naman eh. And a lot of people are messaging me, asking about it. And ang concern talaga nila is yung ROI. So, when we do an ROI computation, ang consideration lang naman talaga natin dyan usually is yung power cost. Yung expense mo, which is yung kuryente. Number 1. And number 2, gaano katagal bago mabawi yung system unit. And as soon as they discover na, uy shoot, 365 days pataas, 600 days. Yun yung nagiging concern nila. Which is tama naman talaga yun. Kasi meron mga investments na mas mabilis pa sa 1 year, makukuha mo na yung ROI. Example, bumili ako kahapon isang kapan ng bigas. 1,000 pesos. Tapos, nasa akin siya for maybe 1 to 2 months. After 1 to 2 months, mabebenta ko na siya for 1,1 or 1,2. So, nag-ROI na ako kaagad, no? Kumita pa ako ng 20%. So, yun yung ibig sabihin. So, tignan natin ngayon yung comparison with other asset classes. Ano yung pros and cons nila versus investing or doing a crypto mining rig. So, unahin natin is yung real estate. So, real estate, usually yung ROI mo dyan, okay, depende kung saan ka bumili, gaano kabilis, ano yung mga ginagawang development sa lugar. Pero usually ang ROI mo, okay, based on experience, is around 5 to 7 years. Mabilis na yun actually. So you have 2 types of income. Number 1 is your cash flow, which is kung pinarenta mo yung real estate, pina-Airbnb mo, long-term rent, etc. Or yung capital gains, yung underlying asset, yung bahay at lupa, baga, nung real estate na yun. Which is, you will get this one kapag binenta mo na. You need to pay taxes for that as well. Okay, hindi naman ganun kalaki. I think 6%. Anyway, so 7 to 10 years. Ang pros na to, okay, for real estate, loanable, number 1. Okay, madali mag-loan for this. You have your bank loan, okay, or maybe even from other people, okay, family and friends. Okay, ano pa maganda? Ano pa maganda? May capital gains nga. Okay, okay. So ano naman yung disadvantage ng real estate ngayon? Number 1, slow moving siya. So for example, kailangan mo na ng cash. Hindi siya parang kailangan mo ng cash bukas ngayon. May cash mo kagad yung real estate mo, yung bahay at lupa mo, yung warehouse mo, di ba? Hindi siya ganoon. Yung lote mo, hindi siya ganoon kabilis. Right? So for example, right now, meron akong property na I'm selling for 4.9 million. Ano na, siguro mga 3 months na yata, 4 months. Okay, may mga tumitingin, wala pa rin kumukuha. So hindi ko naman in-expect na ganoon talaga kabilis. Okay, mabagal gumalaw ang real estate, pero maganda. It's a good, solid foundation. Okay. So for me, ang net worth ko, majority talaga right now is nasa real estate. Even for my family, majority talaga nasa lupa. Okay, so next natin is cash. Okay. Of course, alam mo naman na ang cash, yung ROI niyan, wala talaga. Kasi, okay, ang advantage nga ng cash, kailangan mo ngayon, nandyan ngayon. Okay, so wala siyang ROI. In fact, ang drawback nga ng cash or disadvantage ng cash is yung inflation. So for example, if you have cash, no, you're basically losing around 6% to 8% per year. Okay, depende kung saan country ka nakatira. Pero kung kunwari sa Pilipinas ka, 6 to 8% per year, you're losing the value of the cash by means of inflation. So kung nandiyan pa rin yung cash mo, hindi mo ginagalaw, nasa bangko nga lang. Actually, ang worst niyan kung nasa baul lang, nasa ilalim lang ng kama mo. After 5 years, ang laki na nang nawala sa value niya. Okay, so yun yung pros and cons na. Sa business, okay, uncertain ROI. So katulad ng example ko kanina, yung kaba ng bigas, pwedeng for a few months, pwedeng for a few days, pwedeng for a few years, pwede pang wala. Okay? Kasi, tanungin mo, Okay, sa business people, kung ilan na naging negosyo nila, and ilan yung nalugi, kung totoong tao yan, sasabihin talaga nila, mas marami pa yung mga naluging negosyo nila kaysa doon sa nag-succeed or nag-click. So, yun yung disadvantage ng business. When computing for ROI, you can only compute yung best case scenario, which is, ako, realistic ako. Kunwari, nag-put up ka ng 7-Eleven. Nag-put up ka ng convenience store. Ang realistic dyan, makakabawi ka 4 years up to 7 years. So, ganong katagal. Okay? And unlike real estate, wala siyang underlying asset na pwede mo ibenta for capital gains. So, yun yung drawback ng business. So, kaya ako lang, bakit mo dinidiscuss? But, Jomac, bakit punta sa cash, assets, business? Kasi ang usapan natin ngayon is discussion about ROI when putting up a mining rig. So, ang mining rig, in comparison, okay, ang ROI niya usually is pag bull run guys, usually 6 months to 9 months. Alright? Hindi ganun kabilis. Okay? Wag nating hanapin yung bull run last cycle na tipong 30 days lang nag-ROI. So, hindi ganun ka-bilis right now. Okay? Will it ever come back? Probably no. Kasi, of course, as we go on more and more cycles, okay, hindi na ganun kasing laki yung increase ng crypto. Hindi na siya times 100, times 50, times 70, times 20. No? Probably this bull run, baka times 10, times 15 na lang siya. Times 10 meaning times 10 from the previous low, which was around 15,000 USD per Bitcoin. So around mga 150, 160,000 na lang. Tingin ko ang peak ng cycle na to. Maybe less. So do not expect na sobrang I'm sorry, medyo malakas yung hangin. Do not expect na sobrang bilis ng ROI ng crypto mining rigs. Yung usual, in my mind, okay, this cycle, we will probably hit around 6 to 9 months. Pero yung ordinary talaga, I think probably 1 to 3 years. Ganun talaga siya katagal. So, again, Jomac, no? Grabe. Hindi naman pala worth it. Kaya nga sinasabi ko sa'yo, okay? Hindi ko naman sinasabi na tanggapin mo na ganito ka tagal ang ROI. I'm making this video para maiwasan na natin yung lengthy discussions, especially with future clients na wag mo na akong pilitin na sabihin ko sa'yo mabilis ang ROI. Hindi mabilis ang ROI ng crypto mining rigs. Alright? Yan pa lang, sinabi ko na yan. If you're not willing to wait for a few months, or maybe a year, or maybe a few years, no problem. Don't go into it, guys. Marami pang ibang asset classes dyan. Kumbaga parang sobrang dami mong pwedeng gawin sa mundo. Hindi ka nakatali sa crypto lang. Pwede mong bilhin nga lang directly yung coins. Right? So, yun lang naman. Next natin. Sabihin, paspasan na rin natin. Daanan lang natin. T-bills. Okay? Yung mga bonds, stocks, mutual funds. Okay? More or less itong mga to naman, ROI niya is around 7 years. So, when you look at it, no, across several asset classes, ang common denominator nila is wala talaga halos nag-ROI ng ilang buwan. If people are telling na passive income to, if people are telling na next month ROI, 3 months ROI, dalawa lang yan, okay? Either scam yan, or sobrang swerte mo na meron silang na-discover or meron ka na-discover na hindi alam ng majority ng mga tao, which is probably not the usual case. So beware when people are telling you. So again, that's my only purpose of this video, para maging clear lang sa atin, no, kung gaano ka tagal yung expected na returns for crypto mining rigs. And if this is something na is too risky, is too long for you, for your taste, for your preferences, by all means, huwag mo i-start kasi baka malugi ka. And newsflash, lalo na dito sa Pilipinas, okay, ang mahal ng cost ng kuryente natin, which is the expense for crypto mining rigs, marami talaga nalulugi. Okay? Especially kung isang cycle ka pa lang, or kung bull market ka nag-enter tapos pababa na. So okay, clear yan, ha? Again, my advice is start small. Start with maybe 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Kung ano lang yung mabumo mo doon. Tapos learn the fundamentals. Kung trip mo talaga may expand, lakihan mo yung farm mo. If not, then mag-liquidate ka. At least hindi masyado masakit. Time lang yun na wala and natuto ka pa. So again, guys, salamat sa panonood. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Comment down below kung ano yung gusto mo next na topic. And also share this video to someone that you think will like this or is interested about this topic. Again, guys, salamat sa panonood. I need to go. Babalik na ako sa hotel. And I'll see you on the next videos, guys. Peace out.